We're joined now by CBS News law enforcement contributor Richard Esposito. He's a former deputy commissioner of the NYPD. Good morning, sir. Good to see you. So there's a lot of reporting out there. What have you learned about the suspect? What have you learned about his motives?
So the suspect appears to have played high school football. He appears to have had grievances based on papers found on him that point to the NFL. Authorities in Las Vegas have not yet, as of last night, entered his home to see if there's more information about him. He says he had a brain injury, or he blames that on his mental health condition. And that's what we know. We're still developing that information.
Okay, the letters CTE are coming up. Is that what you're mentioning with the brain injury?
Yes. That is what I mentioned. That's a long-term brain. You would know better than I.
Of course, I'm familiar with it. What are the next steps in this investigation?
First, they will continue to explore his motive. They'll continue to ask the questions that we all want to know. How did someone with a documented mental health history have a concealed carry permit for a gun? That wasn't the gun he used, apparently. He used an AR-15 knockoff, or, similar to an AR-15.
Yeah.
But why did he have that permit? He had been an unarmed security guard in Las Vegas, but his license had expired, according to authorities there. So they're going to continue to work on his motive, continue to work on how he had that kind of license, and continue to work on if there's substance to his grievance.
And so, Richard, there is so much that we still don't know, but there are things we do know from the video footage, from witness accounts. We know that he drove across country, right, from Las Vegas. We know that in his car there was a loaded revolver, ammunition, magazines, not any kind of explosive device. We know he took the elevator to the 33rd floor. What does all of that tell you?
Well, first of all, you have the question of how does he enter a building in Manhattan and manage to walk through security with a rifle in his hand. That's one of the questions you have to ask. You know what your security's like here. What was it like there? So people will look at that. He seemed to know where he was going, although it looks like he got off at the wrong floor. He got off at the floor for Rooted Management. They own and manage the building, and not the floor where the NFL has their offices. So we know those things about him. He seems to have prepared to some degree, and he seems to have made an error. What's in his car? I'm not familiar with all the contents of the car.
Well, we are. Go ahead, Vlad.
Yeah, no, Richard. So what is the big question that you have right now in the aftermath of this?
The question is always the one that's hard to answer. What prompts someone to go and kill people they don't know? People who are innocent. It's not like Luigi Mangione, but it is a grievance against an institution taken out on people. Why does someone do that? That's a mental health question.
Drives all the way across the country to commit that heinous act.
That's exactly right.
And doesn't hide like Luigi Mangione did. He did it, just walked straight in.
Right in.
Richard Esposito, thank you so much for your insights.